Adventures: A Lost Boy, the fifth story of Series 1, is written by Phil Ford and it's starring Elizabeth Sladen, Yasmin Page, Tommy Knight, Daniel Anthony, Alexander Armstrong and John Leeson. So yeah, it starts with Maria explaining to her dad about the aliens and stuff. Because he cares about his daughter and doesn't want her in danger, he's planned to move house, which upsetted Maria. So when Sarah Jane, Luke and Maria explained to Alan the positive side about space and universe, he changed his mind, so at least that's that sorted. So on the BBC News report, there's a couple who's pretty devastated and claims that they're Luke's real parents, and his name is Ashley Stafford. Apparently Mr. Smith confirms that they're the same boy. And unsurprisingly, Chrissy called the police on Sarah Jane, so they turned up to her door, and Mr. and Mrs. Stafford arrived. Their acting is incredible when they're on the news feeling worried sick about their son, and Mrs. Stafford tries to fight with Sarah Jane even though they're actually Slitheen in disguise. Either way, the acting is stellar. Jay Simpson and Holly Atkins played it really well. So Luke got taken to Stafford's house. Apparently Ashley likes football and pepperoni pizza, so when he went to his room he gets locked up, and we'd be like, there's something not right here. So after Sarah Jane is free to go, Maria tries to support Sarah Jane, but she's devastated and took it on Maria, and said that she and Clyde should forget about her and the aliens. At school, Clyde and Maria were guessing that Luke could be back at his school and thinking he might be a cool kid. So Clyde decided to skip lessons to visit the Stafford's house. Mrs. Stafford was pretty harsh to Clyde. She wouldn't let him see Luke, and she gave him the photo of Luke with the Stafford family with the birthday cake. So he phones Maria while she's in the middle of French lesson at school. Probably phoning in front of the classroom door where the teacher can easily see her may not be a good idea, but never mind. Clyde knew there's something wrong because you don't lose the ability to ride a skateboard, it's instincts. And of course photos can be faked. So he went to Sarah Jane's house and asked Mr. Smith to analyse, but it turns out that Mr. Smith was part of all this. He became a bad guy and zapped Clyde inside him. His laugh is scary. We find out that Mr. Smith is a Zylog, a crystalline race, and similar to Crotons. I thought it's a cool effects of the inside of Mr. Smith when Clyde sees a lot of numbers and letters and he types it in to let Alan know to warn Sarah Jane that Mr. Smith is a bad guy. Sarah Jane meets Professor Rivers, who's played by Floella Benjamin. I think she's great. Plus she voiced the U and PG age rating Warner Bros. Home video VHS warnings.
When you rent or buy a video, you need to know that the film you choose is suitable for the audience at home. This film has been classified U. That means it can be seen by people of all ages. Been classified PG. This stands for parental guidance and means that parents may wish to check the film before showing it to their children. Video certificates are there to give you the chance to make the right choice. Thanks for listening.
Which is pretty cool. So Sarah takes a look at people using those headsets, the power of telekinesis, in the Whoniverse Institute, a research centre, which is cool. They're developed by a boy genius called Nathan Goss, who seems to be really annoyed and hates Sarah Jane and Professor Rivers. I think Ryan Watson's acting is great. So yeah, Nathan Goss was really angry that Sarah Jane knows about the telekinesis, so he warns the Stafford family. While Luke tries to escape, Mr. Stafford drags him back in, which makes me wonder why didn't Luke just punch him and then make a run for it. So both Stafford family reveals that the Slitheen, and Nathan Goss is the child Slitheen, the same one who met Luke at school, who disguised as Carl. But yeah, this bit is really intense. Before Sarah Jane finds out Mr. Smith is a bad guy, Mr. Smith gets Sarah Jane to sneak back into Whoniverse Institute and steal a headset. She's pretty cool when she used sonic lipstick to flip the guy off his quad bike. Maria and Alan breaks into the Stafford's house. Alan finds the skin suit. Maria finds out that they're Slitheen. So she goes back to Sarah Jane to let her know. When they told Mr. Smith he got it wrong, his laugh, man, like I said, is scary. It's clever how Clyde types in his head to get Alan to warn Sarah Jane that Mr. Smith is bad. When he fires his gun and the way he laughs, it's funny and scary at the same time. So Luke gets taken to Whoniverse lab, but then makes a run for it, back to Sarah Jane's house. but Mr. Smith gets Luke to put a headset on because he wanted a boy genius to destroy the Earth. While Alan, Sarah Jane and Maria's plan to destroy Slitheen with vinegar from Chippy didn't go as planned, I just love how Chrissy is like, it's the end of the world again. And I also love the bit where K9 appears and fights with Mr. Smith. I was like, yes! What an epic battle. So Mr. Smith gets switched off so he can reboot with new purpose. So in the end, somehow Chrissy seems to forgive Sarah Jane and everyone watches the ship leave, and Sarah Jane never thought she could be part of the family. It's a nice ending. I really love that story. Part 1 especially, because the emotions handled well, it's well written, and the acting, it's either The Lost Boy or Revenge of the Slitheen to be my favourite SJA story. So, that's the end of Series 1. What did you guys think of The Lost Boy, and also Sarah Jane Adventures Series 1? Did you enjoy them? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.